Jai Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 2, Text 30. Dehī nityam avadhyoyam, dehe sarvasya bhārata, tasmāt sarvāṇi bhūtāni, tvam śocitum arhasi. Dehe means body. Nityam means is eternal, which pervades sarvasya Bharata, O Arjuna, descendant of Bharata. This soul pervades all over the body of the living entity, and which cannot be slain or killed. Therefore, you need not grieve for anyone, because when we say anyone, we're speaking about Atma, not the body. And that's the meaning of this particular sloka. With this sloka, the entire section of the series of knowledge of the soul comes to a conclusion. It concludes. Just to summarize what we have seen so far in this topic, Krishna in the 12th sloka starts saying that everyone exists, never was a time that we did not exist. And in this we understood there are many Atmas. They are all individual Atmas. We were existing in past, we exist now, and we will exist in the future. In 13th sloka, and Krishna explained, like body keeps changing from one stage to another stage, starting from birth to death. What's changing is the body. Therefore, the Atma just passes through these different stages of changes. And when the time comes, the Atma, as it passed through different stages within the same body, now changes the body itself. Well, the question is, as long as we are in the body, we have to go through the pains and suffering. That's going to be a difficult thing. Therefore, in 14th sloka, Krishna explained, like winter and summer, what we do, we try to tolerate. And winter is not permanent, summer is not permanent, but they keep coming and going. Likewise, happiness is not permanent, distress is not permanent. They just keep on coming and going. In the due course of time, we will learn, or we should learn, that we have to tolerate these disturbances. And in the 15th sloka, that Krishna confirms, the person who tolerates these happenings, dualities of the world, is actually eligible for liberation. Therefore, next in the 16th sloka, the person who have seen or understood this truth, they know there's not much needs to be done for the body, because the body goes through the changes, 6 changes. And from 17th sloka onwards, few slokas, Krishna speaks about the nature of the soul, or the properties of the soul. In the 17th sloka, Krishna says, the Atma pervades the entire body. No one can ever destroy that Atma, which is pervaded all over the body. The body is destructible, but the Atma indestructible. It's not measurable with any tools. That's 18th sloka. In the 19th sloka, If anyone thinks that they can kill someone, but that means they don't have a knowledge of Atma, as the Atma can never be slain. Sloka 20. For the Atma never was a time where it took birth, or never will be a time that it is dead. It always exists, unborn. Therefore, the body is slain, the Atma is not slain. That is 20. 21. Therefore, Arjuna, if someone has this knowledge that the Atma is indestructible, eternal, unborn, so what's the problem? How can they think they are killing someone? Then on 22nd sloka, Krishna gives an example like how a person changes his garments, clothes, giving up the old one when it becomes useless. Likewise, the Atma gives up the material body when it becomes old and useless. In 23rd sloka, Krishna further explains about the Atma, that the Atma cannot be cut into pieces, cannot be burnt by fire, nor moistened by water or withered by wind, because these are the 5 elements, but that any weapons can be made: earth, water, fire, air and ether. So none of those things can touch the Atma. 24. The individual soul is unbreakable. He is just emphasizing on the same point that Atma cannot be done or destroyed by weapons. That's in 24. The individual soul, unbreakable and insoluble, neither burnt nor dried, everlasting, present, unchangeable, immovable. That's 24th sloka. 25th sloka. This Atma, can we see the Atma? So, answer is, it is said that soul is invisible. Invisible. We can realize the presence of Atma. Because why? With our material intelligence, it's inconceivable. Therefore, do not grieve for these things. Even if you believe that soul does not exist, if you think that everything is made of combination of chemical, that's 26 sloka, then it's just bunch of chemical comes together and then disappears at the end. So why do you have to worry about chemical is coming together and chemical is getting dissolved at the end? And that's 26 sloka. And in 27th sloka, Krishna explains, anyone who has taken birth is for sure to die, and those who die is for sure to take birth again. The third cycle is going to go on. So as this cycle goes on, you continue doing your duty. Why are you worried about their death? That is 27. In 28 sloka, all created being, all of the living entities come into being and they stay for some time and then they unmanifest. They manifest, they stay for some time and become unmanifested. So this is also another spiritual program that happens. No one goes away. They are all there. Like if someone stays in the house and he goes to office and comes back, when the person is not in the house, does not mean that he doesn't exist. He is unmanifested from the house. But then, after some time, he is going to manifest within this house. And in the 29th sloka, Krishna said, some of them see the soul as amazing, some describes it as amazing, some hears him as amazing, while even after hearing for n number of times, so many times, so they are not sure about this Atma. Therefore, with this 29 plus this sloka, Krishna concludes the knowledge of soul, the Atma Jnana, to Arjuna. Dehī nityam avadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bhārata tasmāt sarvāṇi bhūtāni tvam śocitum arhasi. Thank you. Hare Krishna.